Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast and now game 1 in a series here on Guanggali Beach. OGN Guanggali Beach, Nerchio spawning as the blue Zerg here at what I will call the 8 o'clock position. Meanwhile, TLO, Liquid TLO spawning as the red Zerg at what I will call the 1 o'clock position. Alright, so interesting positions, interesting map here. This is the first time I've cast a game on this map, and I am looking forward to how this game unfolds. Now, one of those strange things on this map is this back road. This back road here is really a back road. You can see it, it's a back road, comes across. There's actually a little bit of a split right there, and you got this expansion off to the side. I don't know if this will even come into play. Meanwhile, you got destructible rocks here. I believe the armor on them is 3, but there's no way to tell. Also, the rocks are 1600 hit points, so it could be 1600 hit points and 2 armor rocks. Really need to update this user interface at some point. Let's take a look at what's going to be happening here. Oh, a little bit of ad placement on the map as we see TLO and Nerchio just pretty much building their standard build. You can see that I believe this was a 10 pool. This, I believe, was a 10 pool coming in from Nerchio. It actually could have been much higher as well, but this is a rather early spawning pool, and Nerchio may actually get the jump on TLO. TLO going for a hatchery first is definitely going to get jumped here, as we see the hatchery already being placed down. Meanwhile, the spawning pool is up. 6 Zerglings are going to be on their way, followed by, I believe, 2 more as soon as that larva does pop up here in just a second. I believe it takes 20 seconds for a larva to pop up, so yes, there you go. Or is it 15 seconds? I believe it's 20 seconds for a larva to pop up. So there you go. 6 Zerglings already on their way out across the field. The Overlord should end up spotting them. And what's going to be happening? Oh, the Zerglings are just running down the beach. And I do not believe the Overlord of TLO is actually going to spot this. This is really bad news, as TLO's spawning pool is just now getting to about 40% done. You cannot look at that because there is a little bit of difference there. Meanwhile, apparently there is some umbrella action going on the map there. I have absolutely no idea why that is even there, as Nerchio is going to be coming in with those Zerglings and being able to perhaps snipe down this hatchery. Alright, the hatchery already taking a very big blow here. You can see the spawning pool needs another 6 seconds. Are we actually going to get enough time? That is the question. More Zerglings still coming in. Nerchio really laying down the pressure here. Nerchio may get a force cancellation. Yes, there is the cancellation, refunding everything as the drone now runs around in circles. He'll grow up to be a hatchery as the Zerglings now make their way inside the base. Queen is now trying to come out as the drone is trying to pull itself away and just try to fight back in a sea of droneness. The Zerglings are now out. Harvester count is 13 to 12, 14 to 11 now. After those Zerglings were pushed back, we do have 4 Zerglings now making their way in. The drone, tried to grow up and be a hatchery. Is it going to be able to make it in? Yes, it does. It goes up and hides itself inside. Oh my goodness, what is TLO thinking? TLO almost saved that drone and then was not able to finally. Alright, new drone now making its way over. As harvester count is 12 to 15. Hatchery is already down for Nerchio, as Nerchio opens up with a very strong lead here. And we will now see what the follow-up game will be. Let's take a look at the armies. 300 resources versus 0. That is a little bit deceptive, as there are queens going to be making their way out. Queens are counted in the resources there, as the Zerglings may be able to get a quick surround. There are 6 Zerglings in this group here, and I do not believe... Oh no, there's the Zerglings. Are we going to perhaps get a surround onto that queen? And it looks like you were about to, just to find 4 more Zerglings show up, and that queen playing a game of darts, able to push back all of those units there. So far, this has been a very fast-paced game, and metabolic boost currently being researched by TLO. Nerchio still does not have that just quite yet, which will give his Zerglings a significant advantage. The problem, though, with a metabolic boost on Zerglings versus Zerglings is, even though you can flank, your advantage isn't really that large for that long. Once a Zergling is in melee range of another Zergling, both Zerglings can attack, so it is very micro-intensive. Also, the metabolic boost will, however, give a really fast mad rad dash to queens and try to get them surrounded. So if you can get the queen out of play, that is a lot of DPS loss by the opposing player. All right, the Zerglings now sitting down here, ready to go. You can see that there is one Zergling there. That Zergling is not going to make it out at all. Quickly going to get taken down. As we now see a sea of Zerglings coming back over from TLO. TLO is ready for this. You can see that, oh, it looks as though a drone is going to get taken down. More Zerglings are coming into the rear here. As you can see, another drone taken down. A lot of Zerglings, as those Zerglings are now just trying to take down as many drones as they can. Harvester count 25 to 22 as the Zerglings go after drone, and both sides now trying to replenish their forces as the Zerglings know they can just constantly hit and run new targets. Harvester count 27 to 28 now. We are now all tied up at this point as the Zerglings, who are on speed essentially, are running in circles around these very, very slow non-metabolic boosted lings. However, counterattack now trying to come into play. That is not going to work out all too well as these Zerglings are just hiding off in the side here, getting some natural hit points. All right, there you go there. All right, Zerglings coming in. Oh, they're going to instead run by in again and now perhaps trying to take down a couple more drones. Another drone, no, not taken down, able to hide inside. Natural regeneration for the win there as the Zerglings realize that he is not going to survive. Tries to take down a queen, not going to work. 6 Zerglings make their way here into the center 1 o'clock expansion. I believe it will just simply be canceled as we are now looking at TLO going into a Baneling's Nest. Harvester count or overall supply. TLO's got to cancel this hatchery. There it goes. And he is unable to get away. 39 drones. Zerglings, no army left. And this is going to be a definite problem. Drones now try to make their way in. There's a queen. And the queen is trying to hold back the swarm. All right, are we going to see a cancellation? Yes, we do see a cancellation there. And both sides still fighting as the Zerglings are now getting a surround on to that queen. Queen now dead as the Zerglings are trying to finish off the rest of the Zerglings there. And what is happening as the drone double evolution chamber or Baneling and evolution chamber now in play. Zerglings now being added again. Metabolic boost on TLO's Zerglings. Still no metabolic boost on anything from Nerchio, but Nerchio now transitioning into roaches instead. All right, that is a lot of overlords overhead. There is no way that these Zerglings will be able to make their way through whatsoever. But this is the weakest link. Spine crawlers right there. If those Banelings just try to roll their way in, it could be successful. All right, roaches are now trying to make their way out. Oh, Zergling's able to get through, and that spine crawler is currently rooted. That is not a good play there at all. Let's take a look at what's going to be happening. The Banelings are just finding themselves, but they are not hitting any important targets. And TLO may be in trouble. There is a spine crawler hiding off to the side, off over here. Not quite sure why. One spine crawler here. Roach is now going to be the counter of choice, and this is going to be a problem. The roach count simply too high. You can take a look at all of these roaches here. There's 9 roaches. Zerglings not able to get a good surround onto those roaches at all. Level 1 missile attack as we are now looking at what those Zerglings can in fact do. Can they perhaps try and do a quick run by as Nerchio is going to spend some time trying to take down this hatchery off to the north. Now, that is a full hit point hatchery, and TLO would be smart to not cancel this hatchery as he wants to buy time. Those roaches attacking this hatchery for maybe another 10 seconds, maybe 15 in the StarCraft world, will end up getting that taken down. You can see that the broodlings are now making their way over, trying to poke apart, get some extra damage on those roaches, as those roaches are now doing a bit of an engagement. Roaches of TLO going up against the roaches of Nerchio. Nerchio, however, going to be coming out ahead as there isn't enough Zergling backup. Zerglings are the main source of damage here, as there is the GG. I'm not sure how this game would have gone if TLO did not move his Zerglings all the way across the field. If he had kept them back, he might have actually done enough damage to those roaches to really push this attack back and make it go longer. But then again, he's already had an uphill battle, ending this game at 110 supply to 69. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed Game 1 in this series. Please stay tuned for Game 2.